Did you know that near the end of World War II, strange rumors began to spread, whispers of Nazi Germany developing flying machines shaped like discs, machines said to move vertically, silently, at impossible speeds. Some believed they were the regime's final desperate secret weapons. Others believed they were something else entirely. Now, more than 80 years later, the idea of Nazi UFOs refuses to disappear. So where did this incredible story come from? And why does it still feel so unfinished? By 1943, Nazi Germany was losing the war. Allied forces were advancing on all fronts, their cities were being relentlessly bombed, and the reality of defeat was becoming unavoidable. In a state of utter desperation, the regime poured massive resources into what they called Wunderwaffe, wonder weapons. These were top-secret projects designed to create a technological miracle that could reverse the tide of the war. And some of these weapons were terrifyingly real. Germany built the world's first operational jet fighter, the Messerschmitt 262. They created the V-2 rocket, the first long-range guided ballistic missile, a weapon that could strike cities hundreds of miles away. They were experimenting with advanced propulsion systems and radical aircraft designs. So the idea that they were pushing the boundaries of aviation technology isn't just speculation. It's a historical fact. The question is, how far did they actually get? It was after the war that the truly strange claims began to surface. Former German engineers, Allied intelligence officers, and investigative journalists started talking about things they'd seen or heard. They spoke of disc-shaped prototypes being tested in secret, heavily guarded facilities deep within the Third Reich. Names started to appear in these accounts. The Haunebu, the Vril, the V-7. These were allegedly craft capable of vertical takeoff and incredible maneuvering, far beyond anything the Allies possessed. Sketches and supposed blueprints even circulated, appearing decades after the war, detailing these incredible machines. But there was a huge problem. Not a single intact aircraft was ever found. No verified photographs, no physical wreckage. There were only stories. One of the most persistent and disturbing legends surrounds a project known only as Die Glocke, or the Bell. According to post-war accounts, this was a highly classified Nazi science experiment hidden in a secure facility. The stories described a massive bell-shaped object that generated extreme energy fields and utilized unknown, glowing materials. Witnesses claimed that the project had lethal side effects. Scientists and technicians working too close to it became violently ill, or even died. Some believe it was an experimental anti-gravity propulsion system. Others suggest it was a powerful new energy source. And a few fringe theories claim it was something far more dangerous, perhaps even a time machine. Yet again, just like the flying discs, no physical proof of the Bell survives. Only third-hand testimonies and a trail of missing documents. So what was real and what was pure myth? Here's what most mainstream historians agree on. Nazi Germany did not develop operational flying saucers capable of defying the laws of physics. There is no credible, confirmed evidence that they possessed or reverse-engineered alien technology. But what we do have is concrete evidence of a regime operating under extreme secrecy. We know they had numerous unfinished experimental aircraft projects when the war ended. And we know that countless records were deliberately destroyed as the Third Reich collapsed. Think about it. Documents were burned, secret facilities were dynamited, and scientists vanished, either captured or absorbed into Allied programs like Operation Paperclip. This created very real gaps in the historical record, and those gaps are fertile ground for myths to grow. So why has the Nazi UFO myth survived for so long? It's because it's the perfect storm. It combines the allure of secret science, the terror of a fanatical regime, the mystery of lost technology, and a long list of unanswered questions. It also fits perfectly into the atmosphere of the early Cold War, a time when UFO sightings exploded worldwide and paranoia was at an all-time high. Fear and speculation rushed in to fill the silence left by missing facts, and over many decades, that speculation hardened into legend. In the end, there is no proof that Nazi Germany built alien-style UFOs. But there is overwhelming proof that they were pushing technology to its most dangerous and desperate extremes. When a regime obsessed with secrecy and wonder weapons collapses into chaos, it leaves behind more questions than answers. Sometimes history doesn't end cleanly. It shatters into fragments of truth, rumor, and myth. The Nazi UFO may be a legend, but the desperation, secrecy, and unfinished experiments that gave birth to it were very, very real. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy exploring that fascinating line between history and mystery, make sure to like and subscribe for more, because some stories don't just disappear, they evolve.